With a wonderful world of games.
Alright, you beautiful peoples of the interwebs, it's me, Glyn, and this is CheapSkate Gaming, and of course it is the Freebie Weekly Roundup. And so we're going to check out freebie games this week, and if you haven't been with us before, essentially I have a little look at your free games on Epic Game Stores, on Amazon Prime, on your PlayStation Network, your Extra, they're not free, they're not all free games, some are subscription based, but some are free. I'll let you know as we go along. And also some deals on things like Steam, Fanatical, and the likes of those as well. So it's better than me trying to explain it. We just go and have a look. And as always, let's pop along first to, let me show you, get the right one. There we go. Oh, I'm all the way down. I'm only little. I'm just in the corner down here. We're on the Epic Game Stores. Now this is free if you're an Epic Game Store. If you just need to sign in and have an account. Epic Game Stores, and every week they give away free stuff. Now it's not particularly great week this week, and we'll go on about it in a minute, but let's just say the games. So the two games are Invincible presents Atom Eve, all right, which has been on here before, and then we've got this Cardboard Kings Card Game Island. So Atom Eve, let's have a little look at it. I'll read the blurb. Become Atom Eve, take control of your own path as one of the most powerful superheroes in the Invincible universe. Unravel the mystery and balance the dangers and responsibilities of being a superhero with relatable challenges of everyday life. Sounds a little bit woke to me. Not my type of thing. Oh look, I don't want to see I want to see superheroes killing villains, not having snogs. You know, looks absolutely rubbish to me. What ridiculous rubbish is that? Okay, but let me just find it. We've got this Cardboard King, so again, free to download. This one looks a little bit more interesting, and it is open your own card shop by the seaside. Buy, trade and sell cards, or keep them for your own collection. Earn reputation with customers, beat your shop goals, unlock new decorations, and host exciting events to bring everyone to the best card shop in town. So that is geek upon geekdom. You've got to be like, if you're super geeky and into cards and collecting cards, and you want a simulation game that's even more geekier about running a shop that's collecting cards, then that's your thing. So that's your Epic Store free games. Not particularly great week in my opinion, but next week we've got Moving Out. Now, can anyone else spot what Epic Game Stores has kind of missed here? 24th to the 31st of October. I wonder what's happening around. Oh, something to do with pumpkins. Oh, Halloween. What one of these games says Halloween to you, or to me, or to anyone? Nothing about those games say Halloween, do they? There's no spookiness or horror or anything. But so yeah, Epic Games, I don't know who runs or sorts out what time of year you put your free stuff out, but ironically about 5-6 weeks ago you put Callisto Protocol for free, which would have been a fantastic game to come out now instead of back then as your horror game. But there we are. Alien Isolation has been on your account. You haven't put, if you're going to put a game back that you've been on before, choose a horror game. Right, okay, rant over, Glyn, ranting again. Let's pop off here and we'll have a straight look at Amazon Prime. Now, of course, not everyone's an Amazon Prime customer, but a lot of people don't realise, a lot of people are Prime customers and don't realise every week they give away a load of free games now. It was a bit poor at the start. This is a weird thing about Amazon. It started, it was really good. Then it went really bad, especially the start this year went terrible. And I started giving them loads of grief on Twitter. And it's like they listened to me. It's like they thought my every word was gold. And they've basically come back like the best freebie giveaways. So let's have a little look this week. Last week was amazing. I don't think it's not going to top last week's, but we've got another 6 games. So count them. 6. Literally, they're giving a free game every day, and they take Sundays off. So we got Killing Floor 2. I'm glad about that because I was going to buy that. So there we go, Killing Floor 2. Essentially, that's like a zombie survival game. Play it 4 players, a bit like in Call of Duty Zombies. It's a bit like that. These games I haven't heard of. So we got you'll need an Epic Game Store's account. So even more reason to get an Epic Game Store account. We've got Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol, whatever those two things. It's a Lucasfilm game. Okay. I won't click on it now. So I've got an itchy back. I'd have a scratch. And then we've got a Legacy Games game. Now, I understand if you don't want one of these accounts. I can't say I've ever played a Legacy. I've got the account. This is me now. I've got the account. I've put all the free games that I've ever had for Legacy games in the account. I've never played one. That's how obsessed with free software I am. But it's called Mystery Box Hidden Secrets, and they're all very similar. They're all like spot the hidden puzzle type games on Legacy games. Anyway, we got Scarf, which has been free on Epic as it is. So I think if I add this to my Epic account, it's just gonna double up. I think I need to check that because I might give that away to someone. Then we've got Through the Darkest of Times, a historical resistance strategy game. I think I've got this somewhere. But yeah, we're all anyway. Scarf is apparently a very good game, so I should be saying what the quality of the games is. I've heard of this game, haven't played it, and these are in through Prime, so that's a Prime game. So you'll need the Prime app on your PC or your phone. You can put all these onto your you can claim all these using a phone. I have. When I work away, I always do these with a phone. And then we've got Vlad Circus, Descend into Madness. Now, I want to have a look at a couple of these just because I know what Killing Floor 2 is all about. But I want to see what the graphics are on this. Let's have a little read more. In Vlad Circus, Descend into Madness, discover a story full of mystery and pain where every shadow hides a twist, secret or vicious threat, and no one is safe from tragedy. Twisting psychological horror tale with an unforgettable ending. Oh, okay. Puzzle solving elements and survival mechanics. Okay. Labyrinth for 50 missions. So we've got sort of like pixel art graphics. Okay. It could be interesting. Okay, good. Lovely. Ooh. Is that a bride with a beard? That is particularly haunting. Right, let's go back to thing. There was another one I wanted to have a little look at I've not seen, and that was this Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Okay, that looks it looks quite old school. Release date 2021. I don't believe that for a second. This looks an older game than that. This has sort of Mega Drive, and it's even in 4:3 aspect, which means it definitely isn't a 2021 game. That's quite a nice pixel art though of a pirate. Classic LeChuck style pirate, that is. Zeke and Julie, our two wholesome teenage stars, tried to save... Are there anything such thing as a wholesome teenager? I'm not sure about that. Cheerleaders and babies from a fate worse than polyester. Will these crazy kids survive the night? Find your way through 55 horror-filled levels. Why 55? Why not 50 or 100? Or I don't know. Anyway, I wasn't designing the game, so that's that one. And go back to games. So yeah, pretty good. Don't forget now, last week we had Doom Eternal. You can still grab it. BioShock Remastered, Ghostbusters, and there's still loads of other games that you can still download. Borderlands 2 is on there. Ghost Song, The Hobbit Lego, Falconeer. So there's still loads of stuff. Greedfall Gold Edition. Loads of stuff still on there that you can download for free. Quite good. There's a good old list going on. Anyway, and they've also got Luna games that you can play for free without the Luna subscription, just as part of your Prime subscription. And they've got Alien Isolation on there, Mortal Shell, Fallout games, Dusk game, Tormented Souls, Valfaris. Oh, Doomblade. I didn't see that one last week. They've added a couple of extras. Look, Monster Harvest, Doomblade, Dr. Fetus, Mean Meat Machine. Okay, so I didn't realise that. They've added a couple. So look at Luna now. 3, 7, 11, 14, no 15. nearly 19, 20 games on your Luna to play for free. It used to only be 4 games, so they're really pushing the Luna as part of your Prime subscription. At this point, I think there's so few people that pay for Luna that I think they're just thinking, right, let's cut Luna down and make it just free as part of the subscription. That's what I'm thinking. That'd be cool. Anyway, so that's your Amazon freebies out of the way. Again, a lot of people forget that they're Amazon Prime, they're entitled to these games. You will need, like I said, Epic Game Store's account, and well, sometimes you do need, this was a Windows account, which ideally you have an Xbox account so that you can link that with your Windows, and a GOG.com account, and that will cover most of the stuff then. Epic, GOG, Windows, and if you want the legacy game, you need an account for that. Very, very rare they've ever put an Ubisoft game in there, but sometimes you just need those accounts as well. Pain in the arse, I know, but there we go. Right, that's enough yibby-yabbering. It's quite a long one today. Let's go over to Steam. Now, what we do with Steam is that every week they release literally 50 plus free games. What I've learned to do is I've gone through most of them, had a quick look at them, haven't played them, just looked at them and thought, oh, this one's needs a bit more attention. So the way we do it, we just go to your store thing up here, press it, come down, select, so you're only showing games, drop the price to free and change relevance to release date, and that'll have all the latest games that have been released in the last, well, from today backwards. Okay, now the ones I've chosen from the last 10 days, I've chosen the last 10 days because last week they had paid for games that were free and I just included those as free games on there, but this week there isn't such thing. I don't think so anyway. Let me just have a look. No, they've taken those off. So this week we're gonna these are the games I've selected for you. Gumball Run, this looks quite fun. Look at this, boing boing boing, and it's free. Gumball Run is a free fast paced 3D platformer with online multiplayer where gumballs race against each other. So it's a little bit like oh, what's that one now with all the, I forgot what it's called. Oh, Fall Guys. It's a little bit like Fall Guys in a way, but it's a little bit more skill based then. Okay, that looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Gumball Run, again, free to download on your Steam account. This one, Engine Evolution 2023, it's got a mixed thing, but these are pretty good for free. You can't really knock them. These are students. Essentially, they've been making this Engine Evolution game every year. They keep updating it. And it's just on part of an ongoing college course, I believe. They're students anyway, learning to make video games, and it's pretty good for free. Can't go wrong. Anyway, right, we'll move along. There is a really good one coming up soon. This is it, is it? This is it, yeah. This is the one I really suggest we go and download. It's called Oh Baby Cart, and it's a. Is it this one? One of the games is a massive online. It's not this one actually, but this one looked fun anyway. 100 carts, 100 challenges, unique, including, oh yeah, Race Royale, that's it, yeah. You got Race Royale where you're facing loads of other people. I think it's this one that got loads of good reviews. Awesome game, especially for being free. Great game to play with friends. Drifting is smooth, journalistic, maps are beautifully. I think there's a couple of kart games out this week. So the Oh Baby Cart, there we go, that's free. Let's try the next one. This one looked interesting. Traveller's Hymn, it had 100% positive views when I looked at it, which is unusual. Okay, graphics aren't great, but this is a very sort of old-fashioned style game, and fair play, it's free. I like the way it's set about sort of that 8-bit style graphics. Traveller's Hymn is a top-down grid-based open-world adventure game. Explore, battle and loot across the land. Talk to locals, solve their problems, blah 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 blah. Hand-designed open world, 20 unique locations, 100 varied enemies, 100 varied items, a hunger system, 4 to 5 hours of gameplay hidden within there. That's great. This one, it hasn't got many people showing it, but like it. Well, I've chosen the wrong thing here, haven't I? Oh, what have I done? I wanted to show the video of it. There we go. But essentially, this one has got more people to start to looking at. I just love the graphics aesthetic of this. Essentially, you look at a lot of games, and they might look all fancy and great sort of modern style graphics, but when it all boils down, they're essentially this game or what this game is underneath the surface of those games. So essentially what this is a minimalistic twitchy platformer, which a hell of a lot of other games are. Like, take a game like Ori and the Blind Forest. Essentially that is this game, but with a posh graphic skin. And I just thought it's nice to see someone just tear back and put the game as what it is, a very simple looking graphically, and yet the playability is all there. I put this in as an example game, an example of what video games even today are based on, but they're not much better. Even modern games like Ori and the Blind Will-o'-the-Wisp or the Blind Forest is essentially this game with a pretty skin on it. And people need to think like that when they see video games. Video games haven't advanced very much in the last 20 years. There's been very little advancement in video games in 20 years. You know, from GTA Vice City to Red Dead Redemption 2, the only difference between those two games really is just graphics. The actual what's under the hood has not changed very much at all. There are a few added things obviously, but essentially the worlds, the engine that runs those games are about as powerful as each other. Right there, I'm a little rant out of the way. What was it? This is the one. Definitely try and download this one. Stampede Racing Royale. It says coming soon, but it's you can install it. I've added this one. This one's got really good, and it's done by Sumo Digital. Great company, really good prestige and heritage indie game company. So I hope this game really kicks off 10th of October. So it's only been out a little bit of a while. I really hope this does it for them. This looks really cool. Let me just show you some graphics. So you can see that's just going to be chaos. It's basically Mario Kart with 60 other players. Someone was reading some of the blue. I haven't played it myself yet, but I reckon it plays as good as Mario Kart. It's as fun, and they especially like the missions where if you hit an object, you're out, you're eliminated. So it's like one go and done. So that should be pretty cool. So I definitely recommend, if you take any game this week, go and have a little look at this Stampede Racing Royale. Right, we'll also have a look at this one. This is called Awaken Astral Blade. Now I'm guessing this is a demo really. It's called First Contact. But yeah, that looks pretty nice. And again, all this is a platform game with a nice skin on it. Think of that very simple looking game. Well, this is more or less the same thing, but with a prettier skin on it. But it still looks good, and it had positive views. And then the last game we're going to have a look at, ironically, funnily, this one's got really good reviews, and it's different. And I thought that's why although it might not be my type of thing, it's called Tales of Rain Ravine. It's a horse game. And it's one of those things where there's very few of these horse games done well, and yet there's a massive gap in the market for popularity for horse games. Young teenage girls love horse games, and they haven't been served very well in the video game market. A lot of the big companies have come along, done a horse game, and not really captured the essence of horses. I think, so ironically, talking about Red Dead Redemption, that does capture the essence of a horse quite well on that game, or Red Dead 2 or whatever. But yeah, this looks pretty good. There's what they call that now, menagerie, making the horse dance in it, whatever that's called. So a question story. Look, you've got a little jump in, and yeah, it looks good, and it's been given really good views. Like, people are really enjoying it. This game, even in early access, is fantastic. It's well thought out, realistic, and the ride mechanic is challenging but not impossible. It is quite true to life of all things considered, and I'm impressed by how the creator managed to squeeze so much in with the limited controls of a video game. So that's pretty good. That's pretty much best horse game ever played. So there we are. I hope they do well with this game, Tales of Rain Ravine. And again, it's free to download. Right, was I going to have a look at Steam deals? Perhaps we will. Store. I always forget where to. This isn't normally where I look for stuff. Here we go. Special offer, sale events. We've got a few sale events here. So this is the Steam stuff, roguelikes, ghouls. The best way I find to look for stuff is I just put it under £4, just put this on relevance and put special offers on. And I'll tend to go through here to find some of the big bargains. And with me, most bargains are under £4 on Steam. The Tomb Raider games are all going pretty cheap at the moment, although a lot of these have been free on Epic. The more modern Tomb Raiders, like this one I've got on Epic. This one, Rise of the Tomb Raider, I've got that free on Epic as well. What other games are on here? Pumpkin Jack, I picked that up recently for quite cheap. Okay, it's only £2.99 on here. 71p for Polybridge, so you can see it's in my account. Red Faction Gorilla Remastered. I've picked that up cheaper than that. Yeah, there's not particularly great deals on here. So like I say, the Tomb Raider games are all on there. I'm sure there's one or two that I looked at. I thought, oh, that's worth it. Anyway, there's so many games on these deals to have a look at. So let's pop along and have a look at what they've added to PlayStation Extra, because they have. So here we go. We're on the PlayStation Store here. I'm just going to check out. So these are your free games for the month. They haven't changed. They won't change till the start of the next month. And we've still got the wrestling. Still got Dead Space, which we've got good for the horror season, and Doki Doki Literature Club. It's one of those things you either love it or hate it, but technically it's a horror game. But this is what they've added this week to the PlayStation Extra. They've added Dead Island 2. Great. We're on the horror theme. We've added The Devil in Me. Fantastic. In fact, I would suggest playing this rather than buying the new Until Dawn game. If you can, buy the old Until Dawn on a disc if you can, and play that at 60 frames a second. Don't buy the new Until Dawn game. It sucks. It's not a very good remaster. If anything, it's a downgrade, not an upgrade. But The Devil in Me, I do love these games. They are good. So you've got Dead Island 2, which a friend of mine definitely says is a fantastic game. He says, don't listen to all the negative hype. He reckons it was a really good game. Devil in Me, which I love all the other ones, so I know I'm definitely going to be playing that. 2 Point Campus, I don't know much about that, but it's free. Gris, great little indie game. Only takes about 3.5 hours to finish it for a quick run through. It's probably spent about 4.5 hours if you want to find everything. But it's a very memorable game, and I loved it. I really liked Gris, and I think you find a lot of game reviewers. It's critically acclaimed, Gris. We've then got Return to Monkey Island, so that's the newer one, isn't it? I haven't played that. So I've got a couple of games here I need to grab. I need to grab Dead Island, Devil in Me. I need to grab Monkey Island. We've also got the Ghostbusters game. Can't remember if people like this one or not. We've got Firefighting Simulator, if you're into that sort of thing. Could be interesting, I don't know, I've not played it. And then we got the Overpass 2. Well, they must have sold enough of Overpass to make a second one, so I don't know if you click on it, if it actually shows you any. No, it doesn't. The old PlayStation website could do with a bit of an overhaul, couldn't it? But when you click on it, it'll show you a video of the game. Okay, so with PlayStation out of the way, I say not a bad little month there for the PlayStation Plus. Let's pop along to Xbox. And I need to speed this up. Look, I've been yabbering for 23 minutes and I've got to go work in a few hours. I'll be away all weekend. They've added Fractured But Whole South Park, Age of Mythology, Mech Warriors Clans. I think it's Clans 5, Mech Warrior 5 Clans, and then you've got this Core Keeper, that's your Xbox, and then we've got your PC, which is very similar, Mech Warrior 5 plus Clans, Age of Mythology. and all the other stuff is still on there from the previous week. So that's your Xbox pretty quick Xbox Game Pass out the way, and we'll pop along to have a look for some deals now. And we're on Fanatical. Why won't this go back out? Fanatical, come on. Let me just find the bundles, game bundles. Here we go. So they have added some new ones. The fall bundle and the play as you go bundle. They've also added a random one as well. What was the other one they added? Can't find it now. They did add another one. Mystery Adventure, but that's mystery random games. You don't know what you're getting. But yeah, let's have a little look at the fall. So these are £1.66 each, minimum of 3 games. You can reduce the price by buying 5 or 7 games. And on this one, can't say I know anything about most of these. Garfield Lasagna Party, that's like a Mario Party game. So if there's anything that you know more than me about on here, maybe that might be worth the 3 games for £1.66 each. So right, basically 4 free games for a £5. Could be well worth it. I don't know what this Fall of Porcupine is. It's low in stock, and that's low in stock as well. And then we've got this new build your own play as you go or play on the go bundle. So these are for your Steam Deck, or they're Steam Deck certified. You can play them on a PC as normal. Now I was very disappointed. I had a little look at this earlier, and looking that they're £3.50 each. Nearly all these games I can get for around 60-70 pence from a key reseller, like an eBay or CD Keys. Symphony War, you can pick that up cheap. Hello Good Boys Zaletti, you can pick it up cheap. That one you can pick up. Form says I've got most of these that I've picked up cheap. Arise, not sure about the Ready Steady. Demon Turf, pick it up cheap. Not sure about Soundfall, not sure about Bang on Balls or Night Loops or these other ones, but I know that most of the games on here you can pick up for less than £1, and they want to sell you one for £3.50 each. So unless there's a particular game on here that you see that you know you can't get cheap anywhere else, I'd avoid that deal. So Fanatical, not very good. Those 2 bundles are a bit meh in my opinion. So we're going to go over to Humble Bundle and finish this off because we're getting nearly to half an hour here. And from last week, the only new one they've added is this Madcap one. So let me just click on that. £12.22 you'll be paying, and there is 7 games in there. First Class Trouble, again you can pick that up dead cheap, less than £1. These other 6 games, Blazing Sails has been free on Epic Game Stores because I've got it in my library. The other games, not so sure. Murky Divers looks quite fun, but again, nothing particularly jumping off the page on the Humble Bundle deal. So that's more or less the roundup for today. I think I've blabbered on and off. I wanted to try and keep these under 20 minutes, but because Steam was a little bit longer today with all those excellent 2 really good kart racing games, both of which have got what they call them, Battle Royale modes, but there's one in particular, the Devolver Digital one. Is it Devolver? No, it wasn't Devolver, but it's a company like them. I've forgotten off the top of my head again. Terrible memory on me. But there's one that's really by a good company. Let's have a look, I'll find it now. Where is it? Stampede, wasn't it? Sumo Digital. That's why I got confused with Devolver. But Sumo Digital, the guys behind, I'm sure it's behind Diver Dave or whatever it's called. One of those. Have they got more by Sumo Digital on here? Sure, but yeah, they're well liked. It looks good as well, that Sumo Digital game. Anyway, so Amazon again kicking it out the park. Epic Games, I don't know what they're thinking about. Maybe they're saving all their pennies for Christmas. There was rumours that the Epics were going to stop doing the freebie games and think about rounding things up. But to do that, they'd have to put Fortnite on Steam. Are they willing to do that or not? That's the big question. But as of now, people still have to go to Epic Game Stores to play Fortnite. So I think that's it. I'm away now for a few days. I won't be back till Monday, but then I'm basically only doing this once a week anyway. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Hope this has helped. This has been Glyn, CheapSkate Gaming. Thank you for joining me for this whole half an hour, if you've lasted the whole half an hour. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Goodbye now.
Yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over and join the crew. They'll show you how to game and save money too. CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over.